Good evening all and welcome back to my YouTube channel on this very hot and sweaty Saturday night. Today I'm going to talk about something that transcends party politics and transcends political divide, and that is tomorrow's march through London, what is known as the annual Al-Quds Day Parade. Now, the Al-Quds Day Parade was set up originally by the Ayatollah Khomeini, supposedly in solidarity with the people of Gaza and, as he put it, dispossessed people everywhere. Unfortunately, that's not what we see every year. What we actually see are a couple of thousand people marching from the BBC radio centre to the American embassy, and they display anti-Western rhetoric, and more importantly, they display flags supporting the banned terrorist organisation Hezbollah. Now, London Mayor Sadiq Khan has been challenged on this in the Greater London Assembly, and has also received a petition in the last 24 hours with around 20,000 signatures on it, and he's refusing to ban the march. Now, I don't believe in banning marches. I believe in freedom of speech, but those marches should keep themselves in line with the law of our land. This one doesn't. Every year we see breaches of the Anti-Terrorism Act by the display of the said Hezbollah flags, which is a breach of the 2003 Act. We see breaches of the Race Relations Act and Section 5 of the Public Order Act. And why do I say this? Well, I've been peacefully countered protesting this disgusting display since 2011, and I've seen such speakers as Lauren Booth, who is Tony Blair's sister-in-law, stating that Jews shouldn't have a safe night's sleep in their bed. Shabir Rizvi in 2011 referred to President Obama as an Uber Uncle Tom and a coconut. Well, if that's not a breach of the Race Relations Act, I don't know what is. In 2012, we saw Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn there as part of the Stop the War coalition, and he was standing under a banner of Malcolm X, and also surrounded by people with the aforementioned Hezbollah battle flags. To give you an idea of what they look like, there you go. There's one that I got my hands on 2 years ago at the demo. That's a fist holding up an AK-47, and underneath it is a globe proclaiming that we should all be part of an Islamic caliphate. That's hardly showing solidarity with oppressed peoples around the world. Now, Sadiq Khan has said that there's a political wing of Hezbollah and a military wing, so therefore he's not going to ban the flags. But there is only one flag, and the people who are involved in the political wing are also involved in the military wing. So that's a complete cop-out. I'm sorry, Sadiq, you could stop this, no problem. If I turned up outside a synagogue with a copy of Mein Kampf and a Nazi flag and started reading from Mein Kampf, I'd be in jail pretty darn quick, and I would expect to be so, quite rightly. So I'm sorry, that doesn't hold water. You've been challenged by Peter Whittle and David Curtin in the Assembly over this, and you bottled it, and it's an absolute disgrace when we've seen terrorist atrocities up and down the country in the last few weeks that you're allowing these people to go out and spew their hatred. Now, the police, in response to the petition, have said that they have had no reports of hate crime over the last 3 years. Well, I'm not a lover of the term hate crime. I think it's very Orwellian and very 1984. But what you have had are reports from myself and several other people outlining the breaches of the law that have occurred on the march. And I've mentioned some of them: Shabir Rizvi, Lauren Booth. These go on every year. So to say that you haven't had any notification of this is disingenuous, to say the least. I've got a whole file here of correspondence between myself and the Home Office with ministers such as Damien Green and Mike Penning, where they have weaseled out of it and said that it's down to police on the day. And the police on the day, who I have reported it to, and I have their badge numbers, they have turned around and said that it's down to the Home Office and the upper echelons to set the agenda. So you're allowing this to go ahead. I'm sorry, there is no reason to allow it to go ahead in its current form. You need to arrest people on the day who are breaching the law, and let it be known that hate is not to be tolerated on the streets of London. Now, I will be there again tomorrow. There are a number of organisations turning out. I will be standing alongside the Israel advocacy movement and their extremely brave frontman Joseph Cohen, because this affects the Jewish community as it affects us all. And I'd like to pay tribute to Joseph that he's done this for the last few years, and he's got the right note. This is here to protest against the promotion of terror and the promotion of banned organisations like Hezbollah. This is not a counter demonstration to protest against Islam or anything like that, which I know that's what it would be span as, but it's not. This is there to protest against terror and protest against supporters of a banned terrorist organisation marching on the streets of London. They will be leaving the BBC Centre at 3 o'clock tomorrow to come to the American Embassy. I will be there on Grosvenor Square, standing alongside like-minded people. I would urge you to join us to peacefully protest and turn around and let people know hate has no place on the streets of London. We are one community, one law for all. We will stand up against the hatred, against the bigotry, and against the terrorists. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you.